Join me for day 15 of the 2023 Christmas Craft Off collaboration. Hello and welcome to the treasured page. I'm Melanie and this is our quiet crafting space. And I'm looking at this fantastic list of all the creators that have joined together to bring us free inspiration this holiday season. How much fun is this? So this has been put together by Rach and Bella Crafts. I can't thank them enough for organising this. It has been epic. What we are asking you to do is have a look at the link below. It's a link tree. You click on that and you will be able to see in a very well organised out way how to find the kit that we'll be using, all the inspiration, all the creator channels will be there in order and you'll be able to easily find the video that you're looking for. So day 15 marks halfway point, guys, of this collaboration, and there has been so much inspiration so far. And here I have my Christmas journal, which we'll look at in just a minute, because today my prompt is down here, number 15 on Santa's to-do list, is make a Christmas page with 3 pockets. So I'm going to be making the page within an existing journal, which is this one, and that is going to be a lot of fun because not only is that going to help me be organized and keep me inspired for December, it is going to hopefully help some of you to give you some inspiration as well. So you can go to the link below in my description box. You can click on the link tree there provided by Rach and Bella Crafts and you will be able to find Santa's to-do list. You can print off sheet 2. We are now on sheet 2 from tomorrow. So from the 16th you'll be looking for autumn moon art and the brown dragonfly. So it's 2 videos a day and they are going to be both working on watercolored painted gift tags. So that is their prompt for tomorrow. But for today it is Christmas page with 3 pockets. So all of these things can be printed off on the freebies, which is listed below in the link. So let's move on and see what we're working with. I'm using the Timeless Christmas collection. That's the main kit from Rach and Bella Crafts, and you can find the link below. There's 40% off this month. You can grab your copy and we are all working from this. All the collaborators are using this kit. There's the main kit, there's an ephemera kit, and there's fussy cuts, there's backgrounds. It's quite an extensive kit, but I will be using the Timeless Christmas collection. I'm also going to take 2 pages from the ephemera add-on kit, which is the Timeless ephemera add-on kit, and I will also be using a page or 2 from the fussy cut add-on kit, but you won't need to. If you've only bought this kit, then we can do what I'm doing today, just using this kit today. All right, let's make a start. So the papers we're looking for today are page 12 and page 16. That is the one with the girl with the stripy tights with the snow globe, and the other snow globe over here with this express train. And I'll also be looking for this page with the soldiers on it and the blue baubles, and that is page 14. Then I'm going to choose these teal toned backgrounds. This is page 4 and 19 from the kit, but I shall probably be using this one with the star in it. And I think I will also be using, I may use this one with the house. It's the house that I'm interested in. And this is the one with the snow globe. And I've already gone ahead of myself and cut the snow globe out. So actually it's that one. So that one comes from there with the girl with the stripy tights. We've got the snow globe, so that's great. And then this is the train, and that's the snow globe, like that. So we're taking that away, and now we've got scrap paper to make other ephemera with, so that's beautiful. We can do lots of things with that. Then I'm looking for this page here with the 2 blue baubles and the soldiers, and I wanted another snow globe, so I'm going to take this one, and this comes from the ephemera kit, so that's that. And if we've got time, we'll look at these pockets as well, also from the ephemera kit. So if I just get on, you can see what I'm doing and find those pages all within the main kit, apart from the last bauble, which we're going to need. So for this, we're going to need a stick glue and some scissors. We're going to cut our snow globes out, and then we're going to have a look at where we're putting it. And now we're left with these fun tags, tickets and lovely images to play with at a later time. So I'm going to put those off to one side to use, because today we are just focusing in on the snow globes. So I've got my centre page here, and I want a double page spread. Now this isn't a very large journal, but I do want it really bursting with lots of things. The challenge today is to create 3 pockets on a page, but I'm going to do 2 pages each with 3 pockets, because I'd like to give you some examples and some different ideas. So we're going to have two ideas, and there may even be a bonus one depending on time. So let's have a look and see how these would even fit on the page to begin with as a scattered collage arrangement. Actually, that's going to work very nicely and going to overlap. All right, so I've got this lovely teal toned background sheet here, and I'm just going to use this to glue down my background. So this is me working in an existing journal which I created several years ago. If you already have made your journal using these papers, then perhaps this page, the other one that's similar is this one. You could use this idea on this background because the colours work really nicely. And we'll just tear that down. I'm going round with a deckled edge on my ruler. Okay, when I've got my piece, I've gone round with a deckled edge all the way around, and that's going to fit in just smaller than the page. And then I'm going to go round and ink the edge, and I'm using a stormy sky colour, which is, this is a grey blue tone. I'll just go all the way around. If you're doing what I'm doing and you're just adding a background piece onto an existing page, then we've got the opportunity to make this into one of our pockets straight away by adding that down and then doing a thumb hole. So if you've got a hole punch, which is an inch hole punch, then what we'll do is we'll add in, we'll just sort of work out roughly where we're going to need it. So the arrangement's going to look like this, and I think the thumb hole's not going to be centre, it's going to be a little bit down. So there's the snowflake, and I'm just going to put a thumb hole there, and then it doesn't matter that it's off-centred because that's just a bit different. Don't always need to have these things lined up. So we'll put a little bit of ink all the way around on that one. And there's a nice big thumb hole to get something out of there, so there's an extra spot to tuck some ephemera. And then I'm just going to glue this down, and I think I'll get away with glue stick on this one. And I've just used the edge of the glue to go round there so that I keep my glue line quite thin. And now I'm going to add this in here, keeping close to the binding. I want to keep the binding. That's great. And then we'll just blend it in a little bit more with some of that ink, and so that looks all meant. And we'll just check that everything is stuck down. So that is now our first pocket of 3, but there's a potential for a 4th pocket here as well if you so wish. And then we're just going to line up our snow globes. Now we can work out where we want to put a pocket for the snow globe. Probably the most sensible idea for this one is going to be on the top. So again, we're going to put in a little hole here, or just cut one out. Just cut a little half moon shape out with your scissors, and you can then ink around that. And I haven't inked around the snow globes, so we'll do that. And then that will just help it to blend into the background, giving it a nice finished edge and taking away the white cut line and just allowing it to blend in with the colour at the back. So a blue, any of the blues or greens or the browns would work as an inked edge around here, but I'm just using this blue-grey tone today for something a little different. We'll do the same on the top because we've got quite a nice space there. and then it's going to overlap with snow anyway, so we'll just emphasize that, and then we're going to glue them down. Okay, we'll let the glue set up. I've come up to about here with it, so it's across here, so this bit is free and this bit is all stuck down. Definitely be able to get a tag in there. So we're coming up to about there on the back, so we have got a nice opening, and then we'll just put that down here, going right to the bottom of the page and just missing the binding. There we go. This one I've printed out on slightly stronger paper, so it's going to come down here, and this can be a tuck, and for that I'm just going to glue down the bottom. I'll really give it quite a bit of extra glue along the bottom and come up ever so slightly on those edges there. Okay, so far so good. So we've got a pocket there, pocket there, pocket there, and a tuck. And now we're just going to use the other side of this piece of paper and put that down there. I think I'll do the same and make another pocket because that's quite fun. There we go. Get that into position. My jingle bells on here. It's all very festive now. Oh, loving this. This is really great. So now I've got my background and my pockets in position. This is just over the top of some coffee dyed paper. I'm going to take this house, which will match in with the other houses, and I'm going to tear this down, and then we can work out how this is going to come and live in here. Okay, I think I've done my thumb hole in the wrong place, so I'm just going to bring that over, and that's where that's going to go. And then I'll put the thumb hole up here as something a bit different. So that's not a problem. We're just going to end up with 2 thumb holes at the moment. But it's good that I make the mistakes on this. We'll just add in the ink there. So that's going to be the official thumb hole, and we're going to be covering that one up after all. So these things change on a whim, don't they, depending on your planning. Now what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the shape of this out. That's better. Now this is good quality paper, and these are sticking up and they are quite flimsy. So I could either back that with some book page and make it stronger and have the chimneys, or I can trim them because I can just see there's a little bit in the brickwork there that would allow me to do that. So I think I'll do that. We're not losing the integrity of the image because it's going to be a pocket. So what we'll do is we'll ink around and we'll glue this one down as another pocket idea. So it's going to be really fun to have lots of spaces to put tags and tickets and interesting pieces of paper to have for your writing and your journaling on. Nice to go having a hunt around a Christmas journal and finding all these things. Now, how I use my Christmas journal is I put receipts and things that we buy for family members, and so if anybody needs to find the receipt, I always know that I've put them in my Christmas journal. So having these pockets, I think, is absolutely key to making sure that we don't lose anything. So when that's stuck down, we've got a pocket there and a pocket there. I think this ticket here might just work, this little image that we've got saying Christmas Eve, so we'll have that. Christmas Eve always reminds me of being at home, and we've got the houses here all warm and cosy, so that's quite fun. I think if I fold it in half, that can become a tab then. I've got to do it front and back, and it is going on that pocket. And that helps me get into the pocket as well. So we've got extra help now. So that worked out, guys. Okay. Now I'm having a look at this sheet. I'm very much drawn to the soldiers. So these are my soldiers, and I'm just going to cut them out directly with, I don't want any background. I just want them free to come and line up and be part of this story page here. I've got my 3 little tin soldiers here. I'm going around just giving them a little bit of an ink there, and then what I'm going to do is just make some little pockets out of this background piece of paper here. This comes from the main kit. Tearing down my paper into 3, and I won't want all of it. Now I've got my strips, I only want the bottom part of it where there's a little bit more interest going on. So I'm going to have a look and see how far up I want these. So I'm wanting about 9 centimetres, about 3.5 inches up. I don't really want to have too much more than that. Take that away. So those are now useful to put in the pockets. We'll put those to one side, and we're just going to work on these pieces. What I'm doing here is I'm going to fold them in half like that, and then we are turning them into pockets. We're going to go over the whole divot there, and now we've got 3 pockets coming along nicely. So now we're going to remove about 2 centimetres, about 3/4 of an inch off the top, and just make sure that our soldier fits in there with a little bit of space above that. And there's method in this madness. I'll show you in a minute what we're doing with these scraps, so don't lose them. We just measure up so that we are now only going to be a little 1/2 inch, centimetre above. So just go around taking that bit off there. Okay, and then with these pieces, with our main pieces, we just put a bit more ink back onto the top of it. And with the pieces that we have just taken off, we're now going to glue those down on the inside here and give this pocket a bit of strength. We won't need all of it, so it's really so that you see something peeping through when we shut it. So, and then we'll just trim that bit off there. We are nearly done. We just need to now add our soldiers. So we'll work out what soldiers go where in just half a moment. Let's just get this one done. This one is just plain text numbers. So we'll just add that colour in there and see if it'll peep through with the red berries. That's better. A little bit of that red tone coming through. We just ink around to make sure it all ties in. And then with this scrap, I think I'm just going to bring it up and over around the back, and that will create another little tuck as well. So I will tear it off here, and then I shall glue down this last bit here so that it comes and wraps around. And there we go. So that will, another nice idea. And then a little bit of stronger glue on the top and bottom there. So hopefully you can see I'm putting it on there all the way along, and then that will match up there. All right, now I'm gluing on my soldiers. So he was going to come and live up here, but I'm now thinking he's got quite a boring background, so maybe we want a bit of this. Okay, that's better. Okay, let's bring the journal back in, and then we are adding our pockets onto this page. They are going to be like this. I think we'll have the red one in the middle and have these at varying different heights within the page here. I think that could be kind of cool. And what I want to do is I want them to be able to swing like ornaments. So we are adding in the string, and now we're putting in our glue with a bit extra So we're gluing inside and adding in our ribbon. This is just something I salvaged off of packaging. So that's going to come and be up there. Same again for this one. This is fun. Adding in this, like that. So let those dry. You can tie in the ribbon to be red and green. Red or green would have looked nice as well. I'm just going with whatever I had to hand on the craft table, and it just happened to be that. But I thought when I picked it up, I thought, oh, that's a little bit more like a soldier's uniform. He might have had this on his uniform somewhere. So we're just adding these in. Make sure they're straight, that the ribbon's going in straight. That's fun. And then I'll just staple them on. And I've got this piece that came off of the house page, so that was just a scrap anyway, and I think that would look great. Just want to come all the way down with the glue, giving it a nice slick of glue. I love these snow globes. Snow globes were first thought to be invented in France in the 1800s. So that's very cool. And then we've got our little tin soldiers here, and then they can swing if you want to get into a secret tuck at the back, so that swings. So lovely little bit of writing space on these two, and then otherwise we've got secret hidden pockets here. Wish list for Christmas, or those till receipts that you never want to lose. Perhaps you've got some grandkids, and this is now 3 little soldiers, all with their receipts safely in case anybody wants to return anything at Christmas. You've got tags for what you gave them at Christmas as well. I think that's always really nice to keep a record of what you've given people, and then you can have that as a wonderful find in future years to come. So this is how I use my journal. I put in the till receipts, and I put in things that I have purchased so that we can reflect back on how much things cost, you know, and when we've looked back 3 years later, you think, cool, look at this, the price of that and how much it's changed. It's just interesting. So I think what I'll do here, just to finish this off, because we are really going for more is more today, I'm going to put a piece of vintage lace up there. And this has been so much fun to show you all these ideas and just have a little play at this fun Christmas craft in November and get everything organised so we can just relax and do some of the other things that we want to do with our Christmas craft. I love this planning in November. It's really good. It gives you plenty of time, and then you are able to enjoy some other Christmas crafts and journal daily projects from the various different things. So this is quite a nice arrangement. I think if I come now over this side, I've got this bit, and then I'm just going to add that as some writing paper there. Add another little staple, and then just glue this all down is a great idea. Come down there like that, and then we'll just glue this piece over the top of it. And then that is lovely. That's really, really great. I didn't ink around that, but that's okay. And then those can be torn away and used, and then you could have a little pocket or something down there. So that starts the next page, just using up your scraps from this page. I've got one more scrap left off of that whole thing. So even that could become the little bit that goes in one of these pockets. You just make sure that what you're putting in is interesting so that you get a nice peep through. And when it's empty, it's still nice as well. What else could we add? Comes from the Fussy Cuts. So the project today is the 3 snow globes, making pockets out of that with perhaps a background, or this could be the pocket as well. So you didn't need to then go worrying about these extra ideas, but I just thought, seeing as I'm doing them myself for my own personal journal, I would like to show you my process. And then we've got the 3 pockets here. So there's 2 choices there, guys. You can obviously do what I've done for a big page spread. You could extend the idea of the snow globes across the entire central page with your signature centre here, and I've got some little jingly bells on the end here, little beads, and I've got 2 strings there which feel like they need something, so I might do that in a minute. But here we've got 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th pocket there. We're only meant to be doing 3, but that lent itself. So if you've already got this page in your journal, this colour tone, then you could build these little soldier pockets on top. It doesn't have to be here, it could be much further back in the journal and spread the bulk out. But I have gone over and above on this central page here. Actually, that looks nice there, doesn't it, with the tree. And we've got the trees and a tree on the back as well. So we've got the tree and then the bird. I think I like the tree perhaps more than the frosty pocket. So we'll do this. This can be built up. From the kit you get these 3 little pockets here. You can easily build them up to be 3. So this would be the one stuck down, that's your first pocket. Then you layer it up, glue round all 3 sides. So you glue round in a U shape, that's your second pocket. Same again, glue round, and then you've got a 3rd pocket. That's no bulk at all because that's just photocopy paper weight, and then that goes down on a page. So we could have it there, and that's a really nice idea. So I shall add that. So when I see these ideas, I just pin them into place with a paper clip. We've got a little charm on that one. I like that there with the background of pink, and it's just an idea. And so we come back to our embellished area here. I like to do 1 big page every year. Well, I don't know what they were. Maybe they were signs or posters. They've all been shrunk down to be little embellished pieces that we can add in, and they're all quite fun. So this one's good. This one says gift book, Christmas 1900. Oh wow, so that is quite nice just to add in there. I think that can add it up here. Okay, I'm just going through the scraps and seeing what I'm going to salvage for future pages, such as that beautiful embroidery image there. I think that's quite sweet. And I've got some ledger paper up there with some quite nice writing. So I'm just going to take a hole punch here and just take out some circles. Just make sure they're the right way round. So we've got a W on there, that's quite fun for winter maybe. I like that. And then this one's just some ledger paper. Just going to add a little sparkle on the bottom there. So there we go, a little bit of bling. Okay, so now we have our Christmas page. There we go. And then in here we've got a tag. So I've put one of those labels on top of this. So that is quite a sweet little place to put a note or a date. And there's the little mouse on the other side. That's one of the fussy cut ones. I just didn't fussy cut. So it could be that way round as well. And that's going to be like that. Okay, and here I've added the extra pocket there. So we've got 1 pocket on the front, 1 pocket on the inside, 1 on the back. So that's 3 pockets. And then we're adding in a journaling card there. Another, that all ties in. And that's all from the same piece of paper. All from that digital kit with the pockets on. Lots of different ways you can put those little shapes together, and that's just one of them, making it into a booklet with the lace. So that's wonderful. Really pleased with that. I'm going to add that into the top of my snow globe, and that's going to just fit up there. So that's secret journaling, and some more secret journaling, which I think we all appreciate at this time of year when we're trying to keep things a little bit away from prying eyes. Certainly if you're making a journal for a family, then we want some note paper like this. I've got some note paper which will go with the envelope, so I'm just going to tuck it in there like that. That's just going to go and live inside that pocket that we've created there. This little piece comes out so we can get at it, and then everything is slotting into place. So we've got secret pocket there, and a secret pocket here. And we've got a little tag, and there we have Santa going down the chimney. So that's really sweet, and that's got some little ribbon and a sparkle, which ties in with the sparkles on the thread there. And if we move our swinging dangle pieces out there, and then the soldiers that were guarding the house have now allowed me to get into my pocket where we've got the secret business that goes on here that we don't want people to know about. So that gets tucked away, and then nobody knows what sort of presents they would have had. So that is all secret. And then under here we've got more journaling space about other things that we might want to talk about. Plenty of space in there so we can have several sheets of paper, and that's all fun. And actually this could be loaded up every year, because you could just take the papers out and you could then use the papers elsewhere in the journal and put them down. But that's the project. So I'm just going to finish it off here with a little slick of glue and put down a piece of silk fabric which I've got there to act as a little label. Just let that dry for a moment. Over here I've used some of the scraps that we had from the pages, so there's another tear sheet which I think you saw. I've put a pocket on there and a tuck, so we've got two pockets here. These here with the candy canes is from the fussy cut sheet with the mice, so I'm just showing you that that is how that can work on a pocket, so that we can put more writing paper in there. So that was just extra pages that were created just using the scraps. So coming back here, this is very homely, and I found this word home here on my Tim Holtz, what are they? Tim Holtz Big Chat stickers. I've got the word home, and I'm just going to add that down there. Put some little splats of snow over everything. So here's the project. I'm really pleased. I've got two choices for you. You can either have a go at the snow globes in the 3 sections here tumbling down, or you can find some other elements that you want to put in, like a bauble, but don't shy away from the circles, okay? I think we can really enjoy making some pockets out of the circular shapes within this kit, using things slightly differently and really having some fun by making some altered tags into little booklets, and lots of ideas on this page, including little fun tucks for the ephemera mice that we are seeing in the fussy cuts. And then over here we've got the 3 soldiers and just hiding this house which has our special space to put our secret things that we want to keep away from prying eyes. So this is a really fun centre page spread of a completely over embellished journal, and I think that when else can you do this if you can't do it at Christmas? It's just really fun to have lots of swing, dangles, sparkles, and just have a bit of a play. So that's what's happened here. It has been a real playtime and a time to relax and just enjoy some crafting in November, away from all the chaos that can come with a very, very busy holiday. So it's been really fun to do this ahead of time, and then I've also been able to use up some of the scraps and have been able to put these pages together. So another 3 pocket idea would be to have the little pockets here overlapping, so we've got one pocket there and then the other one is here, and then the little mouse can come and sit in there. And I do apologise to any viewers that do not like mice. I know there are a few of you, so I do apologise for that. Over here I've put an eyelet on the other page just so that I could have a tag to stop my paper falling out in this tuck, which is the scraps. I might have something else in there in the future, but we've got another little mouse tuck here and a really fun little ticket point there, just using the these sheets so we can see that they've come from here. I just printed them out onto slightly thicker paper, and I've done the same with this one here, so this is a little bit more firm. I'm going to now come over here because I want to hide my eyelet with this piece, and again I'm going to create a fun little tuck around, and I'll stop there. Hopefully that's okay. And we'll just put him on here. I've inked around, I've changed it up, and I've used a slightly darker ink. I was then using pumice stone, which is quite a nice brown grey colour, and that seems to work within this vintage timeless collection that we have there. So there's the tuck. I don't want that to stick down because I've got this little chap to come and live in here, so he's going to sneak in there, and then we won't really see him. We'll just see the red hat, and hopefully we haven't stuck him in. I'll just put him there for now so we know where he's going. So we've got the little mice to come and play on the pages, and some stenciling there. Then we've got our fab spread and our pockets in the side. They're useful, and then these are the other pages that you've seen, so I think that's everything. And if you're interested in this style and want to put together a fun journal, then there is 40% off this kit in the link below from Rach and Bella Crafts. You will be able to click on the link and you'll find everything in there, all of the channels that are taking part in this collaboration. That is 60 inspirational ideas coming at you this month. So I hope you found something that you will take away and take to your quiet crafting space and enjoy a really good, relaxing time with it. Don't shy away from circles, and above everything else, guys, just slow down and make crafting time for you. Bye bye now.